Hello and welcome to Ambassador SSTO that is capable of VTOL. And here's a really cool image of a re-entry. It can also carry Virgin Galactic Spaceship 1. It's that powerful. It has VTOL capability anywhere on Earth, on Mars, or on the Moon. Basically, this it can also perform a water landing with ease. It doesn't require any shielding of the engines. It just does the job. It can also land regularly, and it can also carry a missile, an intercontinental ICBM missile, obviously, and a really cool shot of the missile that is, of course, not harmful. It's not. It's a. It doesn't have anything in it. It's just a solid rocket motor. So that's good. No Kerbal was sacrificed during this process. Another really cool image. And next up, we can see it in an orbit. And what happens is it can basically deploy. It can disconnect the existing engines and replace it into nuclear engines, nuclear thermal engines in particular, for a Mars mission. It also requires a refueling in orbit. This refuel vehicle is also very big, and it can connect to the existing Ambassador Spaceplane, and then it can also do a translunar injection all the way to the moon. And as you reach the moon, you're going to be able to see the surface of the moon, and you can do a deorbit burn there and basically descend all the way down towards our lunar base. And with this 4 vacuum engines on the bottom, it can self-land on the surface of the moon, right, like that. Simple as that. And here's a Kerbal. He seems pretty happy, and it can also dock to the space station, obviously. And it can perform different maneuvers there as well. It has Canadarm. It's like a bulked up space shuttle that can go all the way to Mars with nuclear thermal. What's up, guys? John here, and today I wanted to introduce you to this lunar capable SSTO that is also a vertical landing and takeoff capable. So it's got a lot of engines here, so the intake is obviously really huge. The RCS surfaces are very big. I'll show you later, but these are basically the Brosworth engines, where they basically operate in. They do air intake, and also they can do closed cycle, which means they can just operate like a regular liquid uh, kerosene engine. And there's also these little booster engines here, right? These are basically like almost like Super Draco engines there, used for boosting the rocket. Sorry, the SSTO. These are the radiator panels, by the way, and um, if you see inside of this cargo bay, you're going to be able to see the docking port. And under this bay, there is a landing engines. So um, So these vertical doors have a very special engine structure right there. These are used for landing in vacuum. So used for VTOL. There's also atmospheric VTOL engines here as well. There's docking parts here as well for additional fuel. Um, anyhow, that's pretty much it. Let's try to launch this rocket. And there's speed brakes, obviously, and this is also a extra engines just for safety. Let's do this, guys. Here we are. So this is it. Start our brakes, and obviously you can see a lot of control surfaces here. You can also open this cargo bay that we will reveal later. There's a space telescope and this really cool equipment for I think it's a sessiometer, and there's a lot of cool equipments here, as well as a landing leg that deploys here. Sorry, not a landing leg, extend ladder. Yeah. It's a ladder that basically goes all the way to the ground, because this is, once again, it's a lunar capable machine. Anyhow, let's do a flight control check and let's deploy our engines.
little bit laggy here. RCS on. Sorry, gotta change our RCS. And let's enable all our engines. And let's also enable our vertical engines. Flight control check complete. This is really a view you are gonna get inside the cockpit. And we got all the passengers waiting for takeoff. And I think it was toggle switch 7. These are the Hornet engines. Okay, Draco engines are enabled. Just try to take off now. We got the vertical thrusters as well. It's gonna be a short takeoff. Rotate. V2, gear up. Pause rate. Nose down, nose down. Disabling the VTOL engines. Air breathing VTOL engines. And then we just gotta level off sea level to gain as much surface speed as possible. Also, we're gonna disable the Draco engines just a little bit after we reach maybe around 700 surface speed meter per second. Check this fuel level. That's not bad. Okay. Disable the Draco engines now. .700 surface speed. Getting closer to the top of the sky. These are all air breathing engines, so they don't really consume as much fuel on the oxidizer. They in fact don't consume it at all. Later step, we're gonna switch to our closed cycle mode, and then we're gonna disengage these two. We're gonna actually we're gonna separate this part so that we can reduce weight. Okay. Seems like we're well over 860 meter per second. That's good. We're now breaking into the atmosphere. Fast enough to break away from Kerbin's gravity sphere. See how much thrust there is. 2,000. That's not bad. Okay. Got a little sonic boom here. Let's look at Lizard, right? From the top. 1,700 thrust. We're on the top of the okay, air is reducing, obviously. Atmosphere is right here. We are 12,000 meter per second with 1,300 thrust. As soon as it reaches like 500, we're gonna change to full cycle. 1,100. We're gonna disengage this. Take a couple node. Bye-bye. I'm sure these are automatic. So these two center engines are now we're gonna use a bit of a Draco engines here. So number 6. Okay. Awesome. Draco engines off. Now let's check the map. It's around 74. So again, we're reaching for 100. A little bit more, maybe. Yeah, there we go. Okay, perfect. All right, we are in orbit, and we're gonna disable these two engines. We don't need them. All right, here we are. Let's turn on our sync guidance and engage the autopilot. RCS on. It's a beautiful aircraft, for sure. We're gonna open our cargo bay. You can see the cargo thing here, and then we can use the magnetometer right after we escape the atmosphere. We're gonna extend the antenna. Very cool. It's retracting because we're still in the atmosphere. You get it. Yeah, and antennas have been deployed. It's good. I'm also gonna turn on the magnetometer here. I can also show you what's gonna be inside of here, which is gonna be the it's hard to see now, but there's two engines for our landing on the moon. We're gonna have to refuel this aircraft first though. And these are the solar panels, by the way. There you go. Pretty cool stuff. And we're gonna replace these two engines with our nuclear engine later, since these are very fuel inefficient. So let's warp just a little bit. I'm gonna go for a 35-second burn. There we go. Burn started. So after this, we're gonna do a translunar injection burn right after a refueling process. It's gonna require 2 refuels, two additional launches for it to be fully translunar injection capable. This fuel tank is like huge, so okay. We are in stable orbit now. Pretty cool. Okay. We have just enough fuel in order to actually reach it. Okay, awesome. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna decouple this node. Decouple. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna use H. There you go. This is where we're gonna attach the nuclear engines. There you go. Pretty cool stuff. Love it. Okay, perfect. And then we can shut down these 2 engines now. We don't need them anymore. We're not going to use them for translunar injection anyways. And then let's have a look at the look at our the bottom, the VTOL engines. They're just pretty cool. There you go. You can see the NASA and ESA logo there, right there. Pretty cool. What you can see inside of here is a very special cargo bay. And here you can see these two VTOL engines as well as this drilling tool. So as you can see, this is gonna harvest some fuel. So we can actually we don't have to refuel on the surface of like the moon. This is going to do the job for us. But there you go. Pretty good look at the these 2 engines. Pretty cool, right? We got the drill, we got these narrowband scanners. We got some heat shield here because this is gonna generate a lot of heat. But these 2 engines are powerful enough to make us land on the moon. Not the Mars though, because Mars you need like vector engines. These are for vacuum, really, and these are the air breathing VTOL engines you use on Earth. So these are for short landing and takeoff kind of thing. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's close our cargo bay now. And yeah, we got like a cargo variant of this as well. So that's pretty cool. Anyhow, that was it. Thanks for watching, guys. Once again, that's a space telescope. It needs to be in solar orbit, though. Yeah, when we're probably when we're probably going to Mars, then we're gonna use that telescope as well. So we got a pretty big, two like powerful antennas, so we're gonna be good. And we got the radiator panel as well, so that's good too. So these this engine, and this engine's like now gone to reduce as much weight as possible before our translunar injection. I'll be right back before our refuel process. So see you later. For those who are wondering where's the docking port is right here. So this docking port is going to be used for our refueling process. So yeah, that's good. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.